CATIA V5 tips and tricks. As you can see over here within assembly design, I have the coincidence, and not only that the vast majority of constraints are currently set to inactive. And the main problem for that is regarding the structure of the product. So we have over here product 2, and within that I will have the following gearbox with the component. So in order to enable the constraints, all you have to do will be to double click on the sub assembly. So in this case, the gearbox. And as soon as I'm going to do that, those will activate. Now, in my case, the compass also snapped, so I'm just going to move that because initially I used that to center the gearbox within the viewport. Since this was created within SolidWorks as a step file, I had to inverse the Z and Y axis. Now, since we have those enabled, I can go ahead and I can add coincidence. But initially, let's just move a component. So I'm going to select the following socket head screw over here. I can go over here with move component. I will select that and I can just move that on the Z axis, as you can see it over here. You can also select this, drag along any axis, and usually that will find the correct axis if you don't know exactly the orientation, but you can easily check the compass over here to see that. And now I can start adding constraints. So for example, I can use coincidence constraint. In this case, I can select the axis. Over here, I have the possibility to either select the following axis or this one, since they will be actually the same. And after that, I also need to select the surface where that coincident will be. So I want that surface to be perfectly flat onto that surface. And I can click OK. And I just need to do an update. So update Ctrl+U. You can also go within options and you can enable auto update, but I usually prefer to have it over here done manually. And we're going to see that we can now start adding constraints to this assembly. Okay, so this was an overview regarding the problem, regarding constraints that are not active. Keep in mind that those will be actually related to the structure of the product. So we can have within the same product multiple sub-products, which will be multiple sub-assemblies. And we can easily go over here within insert and we can add additional products. So currently I'm within gearbox 1. If I'm going to add a new product, then CATIA will ask me where exactly do I want that. Do I want it within the first product over here or within the second gearbox? So if I'm going to click on product 2, this will actually create a product at the following level. But if I will go and insert, and I want to insert a new product, I'm going to select the gearbox. We're going to see that in this case, that new product will, let me just add that again. So I'm currently within the gearbox, insert, new product. And we're going to have that now added over here. So as you can see within the product tree, this will be nested within the gearbox product over here, while the previous one will be over here on the larger product. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this kind of content. You're gonna find more CATIA tips and tricks over here on the left side, and I'll also add a subscribe button to the right. So that's it. Thanks for watching.